This Dr. Phil episode was disturbing. Two people are involved in this situation, but only one created a detailed story in a make-believe world. And in that world, the other person's involvement had more than a friendship to give. They will drive by her house, send inappropriate messages, and even create conflicts to destroy marriages, just to be with her. On the surface, they are just good friends, but in private, they are willing to do everything to keep her and avoid a life without her. This is the case of a friendship that was taken out of context. It was never supposed to be a close one to begin with. The loneliness and the desire to belong morphed Jinda's sight and transformed her into an obsessed stalker. As in every video, the links are going to be in the description so you can check them out, unadulterated by my opinion. And don't forget to subscribe and give the video a like. It really helps. This story was unsettling because it was not just a simple misunderstanding. This had everything to do with an undiagnosed underlying illness that went too far. This is Tracy. She is terrified because she thinks her former friend turned stalker is in the same place as her, and she will have to face her again. The horrifying part is how non-threatening it all started.
I was looking for a cake for my daughter's 4th birthday. After she delivered the cake, she had, emailed me again and asked me how everything was. I told her it was great, it was wonderful, thank you so much. I'll definitely use you again. And she then proceeded to ask me to invest my money into her company.
And she wanted what, $20,000?
Like $20,000, yeah.
After that weird interaction, communication stopped, until they casually ran into each other. After that, Jinda started texting Tracy approximately 50+ times a day.
You start getting text messages that say, I can't get you out of my mind. I swear I will love you the right way. I will love you like no other. I need you, I deserve you, I miss your face. I don't want anything but your love, I deserve it. I can't stand this, Tracy, I need you. I don't want this life without you. I need you, baby, I can't bear to let you go. And she started referring to your children as my babies. So your creep meter...
Oh, it's way past creepy.
But for some reason, Tracy endures all of this without putting her foot down. All of these messages were creepy and inappropriate. This is something you don't say to a friend, but it sure looks like a breakup conversation. Jinda, knowing Tracy is slipping off her fingers, does something to probably solidify a deeper relationship.
What did she tell your husband? Well, she told her husband, and then her husband told your husband what?
That I was well on my way to an affair with a good friend of mine, and that I was talking to somebody online.
This has nothing to do with anything, but if Tracy was dealing with Jinda's insane behavior, the husband should know what was happening, right? Why did he believe her? Either Tracy and her husband have issues communicating their problems, or maybe Tracy has done stuff outside her marriage. It seems weird to me, but this shows how far Jinda is willing to go to keep Tracy by her side.
Her infatuation with me is extremely scary. She has sent me texts saying, let me show you how beautiful you are. And I would say to her, no, Jinda, I'm not like that. She would grope me and touch me, kiss on me, grabbing my breasts, grabbing my butt, slapping my butt, kissing on my face. She would buy me drinks. She would say, you'll loosen up some if you drink some more. She texted me recently saying that she needed me to love her again. Please let me love you.
I'm not blaming Tracy here, but all of this unreciprocated kissing and groping, why was it permitted? Why did Tracy endure all of this? She should have made a clear boundary not to cross. Or maybe she did, but Jinda was set on her path of winning her as a friend, or who knows what Jinda wants from Tracy, clearly disregarding Tracy's commands.
I miss my friend Tracy, and I need her back in my life very badly. I miss that smile. I need that smile. Tracy and I would talk from morning until night. That made me feel a part of something very, very special. I am pushing really hard to get Tracy back into my life. I sent Tracy a message saying that we needed couples therapy. Tracy is my past, she's my present, and she's my future. No one could ever take that away from me. If I could see Tracy in person, I would probably fight everything inside me not to just go up to her and hug her and not stop. I love her.
I think Jinda's feelings are all over the place. The fact they met so randomly and casually, and then all the messages appeared, texts that were not reciprocated, by the way. Tracy didn't answer them back. But it didn't matter. Jinda had made her own story about the two of them. They were more than friends. She was her soulmate. That is a stalker right there. Someone entitled to the person's attention, someone that created an inner monologue between them and their target, someone who doesn't take a no for an answer. But this has a beginning. We don't know Jinda's first years, but if someone was emotionally abandoned as a child, they might have the need to keep relationships however they can. They feel so comfortable being with someone paying attention to them, they go all in, disregarding boundaries. This is like a compulsion. They don't want to be alone.
My husband thought it would be a good idea to divert some of her attention. She and Adam clicked and they ended up getting married. We were asked to be part of the wedding, and even though neither of us really wanted to, we both said yes.
Tracy was so excited to be part of our wedding. She was my cheerleader.
We went to the wedding and we didn't stay long. We wanted to hurry up and get out of there. Knowing what I know now, I definitely would not have been in the wedding.
This is a perfect example of Jinda versus reality. To Tracy, she was just an acquaintance that was getting too creepy, so they hooked her up with a friend. But to Jinda, this was like an invitation to a lifetime with them. With Tracy, to be more specific.
We didn't meet as friends, but we clicked as friends. She held my hand through some horrible times in my life. She was the catalyst, her and her husband, to introduce me to them, to my husband. I am not perfect. I was not a perfect friend. I said some things that I should not have said. But when I love people in my life, I love them unconditionally. And I don't think it's fair to just cut someone out of your life that you said, she said she loved me.
It's interesting how she didn't shift the infatuation towards her now husband, right? The person that swore to God will never leave her side? You will think Jinda may switch sides and not forgetting about Tracy, but lowering her creepiness towards her and moving it to her husband. This sounds awful, but we're talking about a disturbed individual. But that didn't happen. It's as if Jinda sees Tracy as a godsend to her.
Do you think you have violated boundaries in your relationship with her?
I don't think so.
Have you texted her up to 50 times a day?
If it was back and forth, yes. I didn't constantly text her back or text her with no replies.
Did you send her a text that said, I can't get you out of my mind? I swear I will love you the right way. I will love you like no other. I need you, I deserve you, I miss your face. I don't want anything but your love, I deserve it. I can't stand this, Tracy, I need you. I don't want this life without you. I need you, baby. I can't bear to let you go. Does that...
That sounds horrible.
Do you think you're obsessed with her?
No, I don't.
Do you drive by her house? Be honest.
I have, yeah. I have.
The good thing is, after all the information presented, drphil rejected the idea of interviewing them both at the same time.
You were a confidant.
Yes.
You were romantically motivated.
Probably. I had an attraction to her, yes.
I'm sorry?
I had an attraction to her, yes.
Because she said that you had touched her before and that you had groped her some when you guys were out and you'd be drinking and that sort of thing. I mean, just be honest. It is what it is.
Yes.
So, you start to deny that and then you decide to say yes. I'm just asking, which is it? Is that true or not?
Yeah.
My guess is Jinda needed an external source to confront her behavior. She had no idea. To her, this was perfectly normal, and Tracy fighting back was just fun. Disturbing. And she's all over the place. How is she attracted to Tracy but then decided to get married to another person anyway? I wonder what her husband thinks about all of this.
I feel like a villain.
Well, listen, if you don't want to talk about it, it's okay. We can end this right now. It's okay. I thought you wanted to talk about this.
I do.
Get it out. But if you don't, it's absolutely okay. Don't. But no, you're playing the victim here. And if you say, oh, I just feel like the villain. I don't want to talk about this. If you don't, it's okay.
I wanted to come on the show. I miss her.
This is an example of how some manipulators can turn opinions upside down. They play the victim card, and some play it very well, that they are believed and chastise the real victims. This is all to get their way. Jinda probably accepted the show's invitation because of the opportunity to see Tracy once again and declare her love to her. Maybe even thinking of persuading drphil into taking her side and help her with some couples counseling, like she considered before.
And I wanted someone that didn't know either one of us to tell me the truth, to tell me what to do. I honestly love too much, maybe. I'm clingy, I'm needy. And if I need to let go, I will. I want to make her happy. I want to make me happy again.
It's good to see some introspection in her. It really seems like she wants to move forward, no matter the outcome.
Looking back, Jinda was never a friend to me. It was very one-sided. My daughter was in the midst of being diagnosed with epilepsy. And when I was talking to Jinda about this, she started telling me about her other friend, that her kid was in the hospital with something way worse. Like what I was dealing with was nothing. It didn't matter. It was always about her.
Kind of as if Tracy is a doll that Jinda demands to play with, but only when she wants to play. It doesn't matter about Tracy's time, emotions, or feelings. Nothing matters because Jinda wants to satiate herself, disregarding her surroundings. She even dared to potentially ruin her own marriage to implode another.
This isn't the only relationship that you've been needy and clingy in, correct? Because I was reading what you said, and you said you've been that way with other people in your life. You've been that way here, you've been that way here, you've been that way here, right? Yeah. That's 1, 2, 3 other people. Now she would be a fourth that we know of. So this is kind of a pattern with you, right?
Yes.
For a complete diagnosis, there needs to be a more intense therapy session. But after hearing both sides and the fact that Jinda accepted almost all of the things Tracy said, drphil tells her why she acts the way she does.
Histrionic disorders, attention-seeking behavior that includes sexual seductiveness and emotions inappropriate in typical society. They don't recognize boundaries. And narcissistic disorder, pervasive patterns of grandiosity, need for attention, and lack of empathy for others. Meaning you don't pay attention to the fact that this is bothering somebody else.
I really feel bad for Jinda. She comes across as someone desperate to love and be loved, making me think that her childhood was not the best. She acknowledged those potential diagnoses could be her, and she was eager to change her behavior, so she accepted the help. drphil talks to Tracy again and suggests if Jinda doesn't follow the petition of not contacting her again, she should file a restraining order against Jinda. There is no update here. I could not find anything about Jinda or Tracy's resolution. And in all honesty, I think that's a good thing. The fact that there is no news around those two means Jinda really listened to the therapist and move on without Tracy. This is one happy ending in the stalker department, but unfortunately those are rare occurrences. Obsession can transform someone else's reality, forcing them to do things they never thought they would. Let's hope that, at least in this story, it wasn't the case. Before you leave, give the video a thumbs up if you liked it or a thumbs down if you didn't, and tell me why in the comments. And now that you're here, subscribe to the channel. You are more than welcome here. Thank you for watching.